See this stadium? 75,000 people pack in here every Sunday to watch football. But a little known fact is, this used to be a hospital, Good Samaritan Hospital, the first privately funded hospital for black people in North Carolina. They tore it down to build a stadium, but they didn't just tear down a building. They tore down a neighborhood on purpose and had the nerve to call it progress. Let me tell you about Brooklyn.
I'll put a bullet in Bob the fucking builder before they try and kick us out the building. What about the children? When I check a news channel, I get a sip.
Right after the Civil War, emancipated black people in Charlotte did what black people have always done. When given even a sliver of freedom, they built. They created Brooklyn, a thriving, self-sufficient black neighborhood right here in what's now called Uptown Charlotte. We're talking schools, churches, libraries, businesses, black doctors, black lawyers, black-owned grocery stores, black barbershops, funeral homes, an entire economy that did not need white approval to exist. And this wasn't people scraping by. This was Black Wall Street vibes, generational and communal wealth. Futures being constructed day after day. And to people who wanted to keep their superior position in American society, in our de facto caste system, that was a problem. You can't have black folks thriving independently in a system designed to extract their labor and keep them dependent. So they created a plan to keep black folks in our supposed place. A plan that they nefariously named Urban Renewal.
I mean, hookers, strippers, crackheads, robbers, trappers, all in public housing. Uncle Bo was stealing from my granny. Can't leave shit around here. Roaches, rats, and ants inside my pantry.
Between the 60s and 70s, the city of Charlotte systematically tore Brooklyn apart, block by block, building by building. Over 1,000 homes gone. 10,000 black residents forced out. Families who had been there for generations told to leave so the city could develop. They manufactured the narrative that Brooklyn was rotten and starved it of investment, then used that manufactured decay as justification to destroy it. And the results of these developments: a stadium, a convention center, luxury apartments, infrastructure for white wealth. The developers and the media called this urban renewal, but the people who lived through it called it exactly what it was: black removal. And here's the part to this very day that pisses me the fuck off. Nobody went to jail for this. Nobody got charged with theft. Nobody had to pay reparations for the generational wealth they destroyed. Because when the government does it, it's not theft, it's policy. There are organizations now like the Brooklyn Collective trying to preserve what's left of this history. And this building right here, the Harvey B. Gantt Center, was built by black folks intentionally on this site to make sure that Brooklyn is remembered. It's a museum of African American arts and culture created to hold the history they tried to erase. But you can never rebuild what was stolen. You can only make sure it's not forgotten.
When you see them billboards yelling cash for homes, gentrify, they finna double your rent in a construction zone.
And here is why this matters right now, today. This didn't stop. Brooklyn in Charlotte, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Rosewood in Florida, Overtown in Miami, Bronzeville in Chicago, Fifth Ward in Houston. Every major American city has a version of this story. A thriving black neighborhood, urban renewal, displacement, gentrification. They don't just call it urban renewal anymore either. Now it's revitalization, mixed-use development, opportunity zones. The language changed, but the outcomes stayed the same. Because here's what development actually means in practice. Black people getting pushed out, property values go up, white people move in, the city profits. The original residents scattered, priced out, forgotten. And we act like this is just how cities work, like it's natural, like it's nobody's fault. It's not natural. It's engineered completely. And at its core, this is yet again another example of capitalism choosing profit over people. Charlotte demolished the communal hope and generational investment that Brooklyn represented for black people in North Carolina. And without so much as a basic apology, built a stadium on its grave. And they want you to move on, to forget, to accept that this just is, and it happened, and there's nothing we can do about it now. But that is pure bullshit. I need us to understand this was not ancient history. Your grandparents lived through some of this. Some of your parents lived through this. Some of the people who made these decisions are still alive, still in power, still collecting checks. Brooklyn didn't disappear or erode because it wasn't a healthy community. It was destroyed, and there is a difference. They didn't just tear down buildings, they tore down futures, and not a soul had to answer for that shit. So no, We're not moving on. We're not forgetting. We're not staying silent. We are telling the truth. This is Brooklyn, and it deserves to be remembered.